Is it? There, we're going. This is Rob and Tracy for Comicbook Crossfire, and we just got done watching Man of Steel. First, give it a letter.
A letter?
A grade letter.
That's what I thought you meant. Not just a random letter.
Yes,
but a grade
letter.
Give it a
17 L.
I give it a Q. I'll be. This is me being reasonable, and I'll say I'll give it an A, and that's because I feel like I need time or multiple viewings to know
what exact level of it.
If it's a plus, is it a minus? But it's definitely an A somewhere, because there's no way that was a B or less.
I completely agree. I'd say it's no matter what your take on Superman or superhero movies in general, it is a damn good movie.
Yes.
It's a fun A. I agree.
Anybody saying negative, you can have qualms, you can have issues, but anybody straight out not liking this movie, I think doesn't enjoy movies or action movies.
This is a fun summer blockbuster movie, and I think it's totally warranted. Just a fun see.
It's definitely the answer to everyone who complained that Superman Returns didn't have enough action in it.
Yeah.
For everyone that says,
before we go any further,
okay.
we may spoil a few things here because there's some stuff that we will more than likely talk about. But
I'll try not to until
we won't post this
until the point where we decide now's the time where we're going to straight up spoil.
Yeah, we'll give a warning, but be warned, it's coming.
Without spoilers, just say that. For everyone that complained that Superman didn't punch anybody in Superman Returns, there's
nothing but punching.
Everybody punches everybody. It is a lot of punching. There's so much action in it. It's almost too much action. It isn't, because it's enjoyable, but it's like it's just.
I said this earlier, but I'd argue. I think there's more action than Avengers. I think it's action. Yes.
I agree. It's
bam.
The awesome Avengers versus Chitauri fight in that third act of Avengers it's that, except like 3 times longer
and 10 times the destruction.
Yeah.
I mean, that city takes a walk.
There's a lot of property damage.
Okay.
Maybe the most property damage I've seen outside of the movie 2012, which was about the apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay, so character development. How do you feel?
The character development, I thought was great. I think everybody is treated like a person, which is nice.
Yeah, and I think they may take small liberties from what we've seen in other incarnations, be it TV or movies, but they're really good, I think. And I wouldn't even... Again, it's like, what do I spoil, what don't I? But Perry White I liked. Emil Hamilton, even his little role in the movie is. There's no small character in this.
Well, it's because they cast so well.
Did you just smell the pot go by?
I didn't. I do now. Yes, that's someone's ready to watch. This is the end. Is what that's for. Cast Richard Schiff is just such a great actor. You don't put him he pretty much just adds his own character development. He just immediately...
Richard Schiff. Who was he?
Emil Hamilton.
Okay. Who was the actor that played the Army?
Christopher Maloney?
Yes. Oh, he was great. From
what is it, Law and Order?
Law and Order.
One of the laws and order.
I first saw him on Oz on HBO.
Oh, that's right.
He was great on. He's an excellent actor in this movie.
And Wet Hot American Summer.
Oh yeah. But the main characters, Lois is done well. This is the kind of Lois I want to see.
Yes. And you were a little skeptical.
I absolutely
about the
was.
casting of Miss Amy Adams.
And I am glad to say I'm wrong. I am absolutely wrong. She was perfect.
Yes.
She may not look like a traditional Lois, but she acted like a traditional.
Hair color and possibly length. I don't know.
Do you think that person on the bus was Lana? Did we ever hear?
No, it was. They straight up said the name.
Okay, because just so much happened at that point. I couldn't remember.
And it's
we get a Pete Ross. We get a Pete Ross.
No, Pete. Now we're slightly in spoiler territory. If you were like me and almost didn't want to know anything going in, like I definitely wanted there to be a Pete and Lana in Smallville, but I didn't know that we were getting them.
A little spoilery here. I'm glad to see I was wrong about Jor-El.
Yes.
I'm glad I was wrong because
it's pretty much what I assumed would happen.
But there was just enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to spoil it for people who are about to go in.
We're being looked at now.
Yes.
That's what's happening in our parking lot. It's 2013. Sometimes people talk to their phones in a faraway manner.
Run people over. God, there's so much I want to cover. I feel like what are we forgetting to talk about besides everything? Does this feel like it could spout into a bigger DC universe?
Absolutely, it does. And I tell you my theories about that, but that's where we come into
spoilers.
Specific spoilers.
Well, gay people, we're going to start spoiling. So right. I want to hear her theories. And you might too.
Movie was great. Go see it. And now you can shut off this video unless you want to hear spoilers. All right. So, I believe. All right. So David Goyer, the co-writer and producer of the film, said that he used specific words where he basically sort of said in his mind, Man of Steel causes Justice League. And what I'm thinking of in that is maybe the Justice League isn't so much formed as super friends. We're all gonna hang out because we wear costumes and fight crime, and more of this all-powerful godlike creature and his friends just just decimated entire towns.
We need a defense.
And we know that he will take a life if he has to. And so maybe Justice League is more of a defense system, or like bodyguards almost, as far as which they seem like they kind of touch on in like what they're doing now with the New 52. Although it's more the JLA is.
I was saying before you say anything, I was like, you're going to go into like a JLA type situation where it's the government answer to things they can't control, and. They very much said, I mean, like, even the way the movie ends is, hey, I'm going to do this, but on my terms.
Yeah. Which
tell the president this is...
I mean, he wants to build trust, but it's going to take some work, and then I wouldn't blame them for not totally trusting this guy. I mean, he did save the world and all, but...
But he's still one of them.
Yeah.
But I do love it. I was raised here. I lived in Kansas for 33 years. Okay, the one... qualm I have with the movie, and again, I understand it, but I'm a lifelong Superman fan, and this is the one rule I don't want broken. I understand why they broke it. I don't hate the movie for it, but, I mean, does it bug you? I mean...
It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if bug is the word. It is. I mean, I agree with you. It's like the one thing he doesn't do, but I don't know if it's like if the problem is that he's. I mean, you know,
if he's affected by it, like he has been in comics, I think I'd be okay. If maybe even it's reflected in a sequel. I
mean, whether it's retconned or not, it's not that it's never happened in the comics.
No, it has happened. And it's decimated.
Several occasions, and we'd like him to be just perfect, untouched moral compass, but this is still a Superman who's learning, who's growing, and he's put in a spot where there was really, I mean, what else are you gonna do? It was like, it was a really.
But that's the one thing we always said is Superman finds it.
Well, I know that's the thing that keeps rattling in my head, and ever since watching it is, you know, there's you know, there's always a way, but I mean, I don't know, yeah, it's like...
It's the one thing I just, like...
I know. So I mean, is it okay that he makes a mistake once? If it was for...
Like I said, if like in the sequel,
good?
maybe there's even flashbacks of
yeah.
maybe some guilt and it affecting who he is, I would be okay with that. Again, and I get the situation, and I think they're also trying to make a statement that this is a new Superman. This is not... The deaths in this movie were like, bam, bam, bam. I mean, I don't know how you pronounce her name.
She survived.
No, but I mean the way she killed.
Oh, right, yeah, no,
oh my gosh, she was brutal.
Yeah.
And you didn't see, you know, when they flew up and they killed the guy in the plane. And like, was somebody nearby then?
I don't think so.
Okay, just you were looking like maybe I was spoiling it for somebody. It was
just
a
the
brutal
phone.
death.
Yes.
Anyway, it would be like if Doctor Who killed somebody. I mean...
Oh, but he's been...
I haven't seen new episodes, so don't...
Oh, then not even in new episodes, but it's the same thing happens with Who, though. I mean, he stresses that there's always... But he's been the cause of deaths all the time. It happens all the time. His own companions. I mean not that he didn't kill them, but it's like...
I understand what you're saying.
It's not that nobody dies. He certainly does the best he can to prevent it. And, I don't know, yeah, like, The only thing that's kind of keeping me I don't know, at bay about it at the moment. It's not the phrase I wanted, but is just that the idea that that's got to be if it's there for a reason. Like, I mean, sure, ideally, if I think about it, if that scene had ended with almost him like literally just saying the words, "There's always a way" or something, and I don't know, like just flying, throwing up in the sky. But
it's
then,
like, what could he have done? I know it's
either it's that trick with superhero stories or any kind of heroic stories or any good versus evil stories is, I mean, does he put him in jail? I don't know. In jail, I mean, or back in the Phantom Zone, and then he's just there to attack again. But that's opening up a whole door of, well, then why doesn't he just kill everyone? But that's I guess my thing is that if that's where the next movie goes, is it more of him kind of, being haunted by it, like you said, and if there's always that moment for him to kind of fall back on, and if that's what they're trying to do is make him, I mean, still heroic Superman. I mean, he's still, like, in this movie, like,
he's saving people.
He's still Superman. Like, he's
even saving people who...
it was cool. He saves so many lives in this movie, and you see it, and just little things of just like,
and how important
that person's in trouble, flip, you know, and like that he's always got that on his mind, and that's great, and that's Superman, and I love that, and I could have had even more of that because of all the destruction that happens in the city. I almost expected him to be really torn between fighting the other Kryptonians and also like, this piece of skyscraper is about to fall on this guy, but I mean that's.
If there's an extended cut DVD, you can guarantee I'm
might
all
be
about it.
Pulling him around too much, but I don't know. I'm with you, and I agree. It doesn't make me not love the movie.
No, I love this movie, but it's the one thing that it's kind of sticking with me. Where when it happened, I just went, wow.
I was stunned. I was just like, jaw.
There. I mean, it was like I saw it even coming. I saw it coming at that point.
I did too. Cause like, he's gonna. I mean,
it's like that's what they're setting it up, and there's no other answer, and he's gonna fight. Wow, they did it.
Well, and they put the audience in a place where you're just like it's great filmmaking the way they build up the moment because like you're just watching. He's so close to, like, Zod's so close to just taking...
lives of a bunch of innocents.
Lives of innocents, and Superman just having to watch it happen, and it's that moment. Yeah, what are you gonna do, Superman? What are you gonna do? And like maybe like it's that's the whole point. Like maybe they want the audience to be sort of
Don't do it.
shocked
Don't
and
do it.
disappointed
Don't
in
do
Superman
it.
for a moment, which is in.
And his reaction is good.
He is, yeah.
And that at least they gave us that reaction where that's not what he wanted.
They could have soured it completely if it was just one of those, like, I'm such a badass, you know.
Yeah,
boom,
and they did.
Done. All right. Saved your lives. See you later.
No,
Bye.
no,
It was
they
like,
made him very
he's
remorseful.
like, no, don't make
and
me do it. Don't make me. Yeah, and then
That at least we got that, and
I would have liked at least some acknowledgement about it afterwards.
me too, because then you go to a whole other scene that seems to be totally
Yeah.
unrelated.
Right, then, yeah, everything's done, things are back to normal, da-da-da.
And now he's talking about the government,
Yeah,
and who knows what was cut, who knows.
yeah.
But in all honesty, the editing and the jumps, and I love the way that, you know, the flashbacks popping in and out were so... The cinematography on it is... I love this. Visually is just great.
It keeps everything moving, and you're getting the little character elements in the background and the stuff with Ma and Pa and all that, but you're still getting...
And the kid growing up,
yeah,
being a little Superman, and...
Yeah, but you're not... Like, the one major downfall that, like, the 70s Superman the movie has is it's a good hour plus before you actually even get to adult Clark, you know, and...
where you're seeing action pretty quickly in this.
Yeah, and I mean, like they did that movie all chronologically. So
this is jumping
starts on
back.
Krypton, and then you get all his childhood, and yeah. But
I had a small suspicion that maybe they would do it this way, but I didn't realize just how much back and forth. And,
me either. I thought we would get it more like just quick little bits at the beginning, but it was seeded all the way through, and I liked that.
And there was a lot that was not spoiled even visually. That I mean, we saw a lot of trailers, and first 15 minutes of the movie, and that was all it was. And you're like, wow. I mean, I loved him coming out when his body's on fire, and he's on the oil
tanker. Yeah.
Okay, well, we should probably wrap this up. It's probably
I'm just
getting
going to gush
long,
about every moment in the film.
I'm sure that I'll be writing and whatever about this, or at least I'll want to.
Yeah.
So, we do recommend seeing this movie highly. Tell us your opinion on the way this movie ends, and if you agree or disagree or like or dislike it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and
if you hated Superman Returns and you hate this, maybe your problem is you just don't like Superman
and you shouldn't be our friend.
That's right. Then nothing
will make you
satisfy
ever like Superman, then.
That's right.
Go watch Hercules.
Yes.
The movie, the animated.
Well, yes.
I watched it recently.
It's a good Superman movie.
It's
a good stealth
It's one of my
Superman
favorite Superman movies. Okay, thanks for watching.
Excelsior!
Thank you.